Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellen. Today I'm making some Amish bread for market. I'm making myself some tea to start my day. Now let's get to baking. The recipe I'm making today is for 4 loaves of bread, but you can easily divide this however you like. I'm starting out with 4 cups of warm water and have stirred in 2 tablespoons of quick rice or instant yeast. I'm using the Red Star brand, but you can use any brand that you like. I already have these 2 ingredients in my measuring cup, and to it I'm adding 2/3 cup of honey. I'm going to wait for my yeast to bloom and get nice and frothy. After that's all nice and bubbly, let's add in 1/2 cup of oil. Give it a quick stir and then pour this mixture in my stand mixer bowl and start adding in 12 cups of flour. I initially add in 5 cups of flour, and then I'm going to add in the remaining cups of flour one at a time until I have them mixed in. After adding my 12 cups of flour, I'm going to sprinkle in 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. If you use table salt, I would lessen the amount by 1/2 teaspoon. Once I have all of this mixed in, I'm going to increase my mixer speed to 2 and let it knead for 10 minutes. What we're looking for is for the dough to get very elastic and start to pull away from the sides. Every once in a while, I will stop the machine and scrape down the sides with a spatula to make sure all the flour is well incorporated. We want it to pull away from the sides of the bowl, but this is still very sticky, so I'm going to add a little bit more flour, about 1/4 cup at a time, until it pulls away from the sides and is no longer sticky. This is what we're looking for right here. I'm going to let it rest a minute to let that extra bit of flour to absorb moisture, and then finish kneading it. This is a very beginner-friendly bread to make. Yeah, okay, here, this is what we're looking for. See how it's pulling away from the bowl? That's what we want. I have a very large bowl that I'm going to spray very generously with oil. You can use oil or butter or whatever you prefer, and set that aside. and I'm going to lightly dust my board and turn my dough out of the bowl onto the floured surface. Grab any little bits that might be left behind in the bowl. We want every bit of that yummy dough. I'm just going to lightly flour my hands and give this a quick shape into a ball. I'm not really kneading it at this point because the machine has already done that for us. Just shaping it into a ball to help us manage transferring it into our bowl for the bulk ferment stage. Just transferring the dough now into my bowl and give it a flip and roll it around so it's coated on all sides with the oil and the smooth side is on top. I'm just covering this loosely with some plastic wrap and going to set it in my oven with the light on so that it can double in size. We're going to give this about 30 to 45 minutes. This dough will rise quicker than a dough made with active yeast, so you need to watch it. It's been about 45 minutes. If you lightly poke on the dough and it springs back a little, then it's ready. So I'm just going to punch out the air and divide the dough into 4 equal pieces. If you don't have a scale to weigh it out, that's okay. Just divide it up as best you can. I use a scale since I like all my breads to be equal for when I take them to market. I'm just shaping it now and placing it in my well-oiled loaf pans. These are 9x5 baking pans. Just going to loosely cover these with the same plastic wrap I used earlier. These will take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour depending on how warm your kitchen is. It's been about 45 minutes now. My loaves have risen about an inch over the top of the loaf pans. That's just about what we want. I'm going to give these a quick egg wash. Be very gentle because you don't want to knock out all of that beautiful airiness that has developed in the dough. We want to keep it nice and puffy. We're going to bake these off in a preheated oven for 45 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until they are golden brown, and their internal temperature is between 190 and 200 Fahrenheit. These baked up beautifully. Just look at the shine that the egg wash has given these loaves. I'm not going to cut into these since I'm taking them to market, but here's a loaf I made with the same recipe. It has some black sesame seeds on top. That's the only difference. If you're interested in my journey of selling bread at pop-ups and markets, be sure to like and subscribe as I try out new recipes all the time to see what works and what doesn't work.